Now, the YouTube AI algorithm has changed, and this is what you can do before it's too late. I'm going to take you through the process of knowing how the YouTube algorithm has completely changed, and you're really going to understand how you can be able to grow much more faster with this algorithm. Now, it's not just a simple update, it's a complete system overhaul where they've changed everything. And you're going to discover that there are some smaller channels that are really exploding when it comes to this very system. And when you get to other channels that may not be understanding what is really going on, they are not really exploding or getting the views that they are supposed to get. So they are facing this kind of invisibility when it comes to the algorithm, but it is because they have not yet fully leveraged the system and how it works. And I'm going to take you through this process effectively. Now, when we come to the YouTube AI algorithm, what do we really mean? The algorithm is these days powered by Gemini. Gemini is an artificial intelligence model that is really powered by the company Alphabet, which owns Google. So this artificial intelligence system, it is the one that is fully running YouTube and most of the activities that go on the platform. Now, Gemini has been integrated into the YouTube system, and it now runs YouTube. When we compare to the old system, now the old system was very different. It used to read things like tags, titles, and then watch time, basic signals. But now the new system, it is really reading the real video content, and this is what it really looks at. Now, when you look at the various things, like when you used to go to the old system. The old system was very different. It used to read things like the thumbnail, uh, rather, it used to look at your watch time, those various things. But now the narrative is very different. It is very different that the YouTube AI system, which is run by Gemini, looks at each and every aspect of your video. And those aspects are really totaled down to the understanding of what you're going to put out, how you're putting it out, how you're going to improve on it, and what you're explaining. So these are the details that Gemini really analyzes when it is looking at your video. There are very many details, but I'm going to try to go through them. Each and every one of these details is very essential. And now, the details that it goes through, uh, it looks at every frame of your video. It watches your video, and it tries to understand what are you talking about? What are the aspects that you are really trying to express? It's really looking at your script and what you're saying in that very video. It is also looking at the text that are uh, in your video, and it is analyzing the text that are in the screenshot, rather the thumbnail that is accompanying your video. But also, it is looking at your tone of your voice. It is looking at the tone of your voice. How enthusiastic are you when you're doing these videos? And when you look at these, and the algorithm also goes on to study your emotion, it goes on to study how you're putting out the visuals, and the combination of all these aspects, it gets the takeaway that it couples with the title to know what type of content you're putting out and what audience it is really going to push out this content to. And when we look at all those aspects, it is a reminder, or it is something that we need to understand. And my takeaway with this is that when you're going to create content, you need to really understand all those aspects and work towards making improvements on all those aspects: how you speak, how you're recording the content, how you're putting it out, the tone of your voice. All these things matter to the YouTube new algorithm because it has changed. It is being controlled by Gemini. And when you look at all these aspects, you need to do better, because when you do better on all those aspects, the algorithm is really going to understand your videos better, and it's going to create a basis of how it is going to push your videos to an audience that is really going to understand you in a much more better way. The other elements that you look at is that the current state of the YouTube algorithm, I can say it is kind of scary, but when it comes to a lighter note, to the new or to the small YouTubers, it is an advantage. And I'm going to explain these benefits effectively well. So the benefits that you are going to get with the new YouTube algorithm are is that Gemini understands your videos perfectly well. So when it comes to the understanding of your videos perfectly well, it is going to give you an output that is much more better, an output, and it is going to push your videos to an audience that fully understands what you're trying to do and the information that you're trying to put out. So when your audience fully understands that value that you put out, then they are going to really get your videos. They're going to watch the videos for a longer time. They're going to understand them. They're going to comment on them. They're going to like them. And it's even going to push the videos much more further to a broader audience that really understands what you are putting out. When it comes to matching the content, given that it understands the content, it's going to get the right audience. It is very, very much important that your videos reach out to a right audience, and that is very important because viewers who already love the type of content that you are putting out, they are going to come back and watch more of your videos, and the more they watch more of your videos, the more they are going to understand you, and the more they are going to fully get what you're putting out. So that is the advantage to the small YouTube content creators, because the algorithm is not only looking out for people who have already established accounts, but it is looking out for people who are really giving out value by understanding their videos and pushing them out to the right audiences, which is a win situation for even the small creators. Now, when we look at the various issues that we look at. When we compare the before and the after, the old algorithm actually could just try to push out the videos to a larger audience, and when it understood that maybe your videos don't match that audience, the videos could die out. It is the reason as to why videos used to die out after a span of 48 hours. You see a video, you're putting out a video, it's good, you've worked on the thumbnail, you've worked on everything, but the video starts very well, but then it dies out. But given that the algorithm is a new algorithm and it's pushing out videos to the right audience, you're going to understand that people are going to stay for a longer time. You're going to have higher retention times in terms of people coming back to watch your videos, because YouTube specifically understands what type of audience you're putting the videos out for, and it's going to push your videos to the right kind of audience, which is very understandable and very good, because when you start out as a creator, you're looking to gather an audience that really cares about the content that you put out. And when you get them, you want to keep them by creating even more engaging and valuable content. So what I would advise is that when you are creating content, you want to stick to a type of content that is really distinct, but you don't really want to flip it and change from one type of content to another. You want to stick to that type of content, because when you stick to that type of content, it is going to be very understandable for YouTube to push out that content to the right kind of audience, and for you to get that reception, and for people to keep on coming back to watch even more of your content. And I believe that is one of the changes that you can capitalize on. Now, I'm going to introduce something which is very, very new, which is embedded in the new YouTube algorithm, which is called the trust score system. Now, the trust score system is very, very simple. Now, YouTube tracks something that I call the trust score. They use a credit score. I can use the credit score analogy. When you are trying to improve your credit score, like for the people who use the credit scores in other countries, you fully understand this analogy. It is that YouTube has this kind of trust score system. And when you have a high trust score system, when it comes to the new YouTube algorithm, YouTube pushes your videos. That means that YouTube fully understands what your videos are about, and it trusts that you are serving the right kind of audience. So it pushes your videos to even a larger audience. When you have a low trust score, YouTube is going to leave you and not really push out your videos effectively as much as you would have wanted to, and your videos are going to die out. So they are going to be invisible. When you have a low trust score, those are the accounts where you find YouTube is not really pushing the videos effectively. So When YouTube is really trying to determine your trust score, it is trying to establish one thing and understand this simple question: are you a real human or you are a robot? So, given that there are different kinds of people who are using robots to push out their videos to get fake views, they have integrated this new AI system, which is Gemini, the artificial intelligence, and it is really trying to understand who are the authentic people who are watching videos, who are commenting on them, who are really exhibiting a human-like behavior on YouTube. And the best YouTube channels that are really going to have a high trust scores are those accounts that you've been using regularly, the accounts where you've been watching videos consistently, where you've been commenting on videos, where you've been liking on videos, where you have a normal kind of human-like behavior. So I would advise, if you're starting out YouTube, I would advise you to get access to an older account. An older account which is has taken time. Maybe you opened up this account in 2011, 2012, 29, 2016, but you've been using it consistently. You've been commenting on YouTube videos, you've been watching them. So that account has a high trust score. Given that you've been using this account for a very long time, it is going to be very uh, advantageous for YouTube to understand that this account has a high trust score vis-a-vis an account that you've not really used for a longer time. When you open up a new account and you start to upload videos, you start to put out new videos on consistently on a daily basis, it is going to be very suspicious for the AI system. The AI system is going to determine that behavior as an AI kind of generated behavior, and it is going to give you a low trust score. And vis-a-vis, you're not going to have much trust, and YouTube is not really going to push out your videos to a larger audience. So I would advise for you to get an account that is really old and you can be able to use it effectively. Now, these are the red flags that the bot looks at. One of the points is that when you will create a brand new account, let's say you've created a brand new account using a brand new email, and 10 minutes later, a YouTube channel is made. 1 hour later, you are uploading videos. Then on another day, you are putting out videos. Now, the account that you're using is new. You never watch videos on that account. You never subscribe. You just post non-stop. This is very risky because it feels like you are a robot that is really automating this kind of content in terms of how you put it out. You are never having any activity on this kind of account. It becomes very suspicious, and that this kind of channel gets a low trust score, and that is how you're missing out on getting your videos to a larger audience, because you have the videos get flagged as a robot kind of related activity. Now, these are the activities that you can do to improve your trust score. You need to use a YouTube established account. This is very important. You need to use a Gmail account that you created years back, and use that to create a YouTube account. If it already has a YouTube account, try as much as possible to use that YouTube account on a daily basis. Watch new videos, comment, subscribe. Because the video is really an older account, this equals to more trust in the YouTube new algorithm. And when you understand that, it is going to be very easy for you to create various videos. For the people who are creating actually faceless YouTube videos, it is going actually to be very good that you use this type of account, because that is going to establish you as a channel that is authentic, a channel that is already older. The other solution that you're going to do is that you're going to create a channel trailer. A channel trailer is very simple, because when you create this kind of trailer, the trailer really gives an overview of the kinds of videos that you make and why you make these videos. Even when you're using a faceless YouTube channel, you would want to create this kind of trailer, because when it is visible on your channel, it is going to further cement your validity as a person, and for the algorithm to fully understand the kinds of videos that you do and why you do these kinds of videos, it is going to improve on your trust score. And the other thing that I would advise is that you want to act like a human being, a real human being. You don't really want to exhibit behavior that is really bizarre when you're on these channels. You want to fully do videos in a way that shows that you're a real human and in a behavior that is really aligning with what the new YouTube algorithm fully expects. And when you do that, I believe your channel is really even going to be considered to have a high trust score, and that you have an advantage to get more impressions from YouTube and more views from that. Now, the other solution that you're going to do is that you want to watch videos, you want to subscribe to channels, you want to leave comments, just behave like a normal human. And that is going to really set you apart from other channels that are having a robot kind of related behaviors, where they're having new Gmail accounts and new YouTube channels, and they are opening up these kinds of channels in a way that is very suspicious. You want to avoid that and use things that are very, very aligning with the new YouTube algorithm. Now, the other kind of thing that I want you to know is called viewer modeling. I'm going to tell you that YouTube does not just analyze your videos, it analyzes your viewers. So it's looking at the hidden viewer profile. That includes what they watch, what when they watch it, how long they stay, what makes them click, what makes them leave the videos. That is very important. When you're creating videos, you want to create videos that are very good, videos that would not really make YouTube viewers to switch off from YouTube. When they have been watching your videos and they close the YouTube account, it is very, very bad, because YouTube considers that activity and it rates your videos to not be valuable, because your videos are really switching people off the platform. So it is very important that even when you are creating videos, you want to keep people on the platform. You want to tag even more videos into your platform, so that when people are watching maybe your videos, they can be able to watch one of your other videos that you created on the platform. That keeps them on the system, and that shows the new YouTube algorithm that you are very valuable. The content that you put out keeps people on the platform for a very lengthy time, and they are even watching more of other related content which is on the YouTube, and that is very good to even keep your trust score high, and also to allow YouTube to understand you much more better. The other process is that YouTube has a very distinct kind of new matching system. This is how it matches your system. YouTube looks at your video and then it asks which viewer model does this video match. So it has various kinds of viewer models that it has really mapped out, and it is trying to match your video to the right kind of audience. Then it shows it to a smaller test group, a smaller kind of group that is really going to understand the kind of content that you're putting out and how they would react to it. If they watch and engage, then it expands it to a broader audience. And if they don't, the video is going to die out. So you want to make your video very compelling and very valuable. You want to give out value, because when you give out value, it is going to even when YouTube pushes your videos to a smaller audience and they understand it and they even watch it in a much more better way, it's going to push it out to a larger audience. And when it pushes it out to a larger audience, that is going to keep you very, very solid in getting even more views. Now, I'm going to emphasize this. It is very important that you understand what is very important when it comes to uh, carving out a niche. Niches are very important, and this is why they matter. The logic is that YouTube is a very broader, it has a very broader audience. So when you zero down to a specific niche, the algorithm knows exactly where to send your videos. So you can look at algorithms rather than niches like the fitness niche where you are going to serve videos to mostly people who are beginning out to create or maybe to work out. You're going to look out maybe to create videos for people who are small business owners, people who are traveling on a budget, by giving them tips. You want to niche out, because when you niche out, YouTube fully understands your audience. And when it understands your audience, it is going to try as much as possible to push out your videos to a larger audience. And that is very important. It is very important that you stick to an audience that is going to understand you, and it gives YouTube the sense of understanding you even much more better and pushing out your videos to even a larger audience. Now, the other thing that I want you to fully understand is that you want your viewers to fully get satisfied. Viewer satisfaction is very, very important. YouTube really wants, it is not people to click, but it wants people to fully get satisfied with what you're putting out, and that satisfaction is going to show itself in how people comment on your video, how much longer they keep on your video. So it is not about mostly actually watch time, it is about people understand it. So for the people who are trying to do clickbaity videos and you're just trying to get clicks, it is really very bad. It's going to affect your channel. You want people to get satisfied. When you put out content, you want them to fully understand that you are putting out content for them and for them to fully get the value out of what you're trying to say. When they get valuable content, they are going to comment, they are going to stay around, they're going to even watch more, they're going to subscribe. And with that, YouTube is even going to push more of your upcoming videos to that very audience. Now, YouTube cares because when people are tricked into watching videos, this lowers the trust of the platform. When the trust is low, the platform is used less. And when the usage is very low, they are not really going to serve out more ads to more people. And when the ads are fewer, people are not really going to pay. The advertisers are not really going to pay to show their ads on YouTube. So it is very, very much important that you really create viewer satisfaction when it comes to the videos that you put out. That is very, very important to YouTube. So YouTube is going to measure whether your viewers are happy when they clicked on your video. It is very, very important. It measures that. So I told you the new algorithm is powered by Gemini. So it really understands these aspects by really aggregating data that is coming from your video and fully understanding what your video is all about. And when it understands it, it is going to even perform much more better. Now, the intent is that what the AI really uh, understands, or the question that it is going to pose out is that, is the creator trying to help the viewers or extract uh, from the viewers? So you fully need to understand what are you doing? Are you trying to help these viewers get the best out of that very topic that you're talking about, or are you giving them value, or you're trying to extract from them? If you're giving out value, then YouTube is going to push your videos even much more further. Now, this is how you want to win. You really want to genuinely provide value. Deliver what you promise. If you promise something on the title, you need to deliver it in on your video. Explain it very, very well. Try to put it out. Let me show you something. When you go here, let's say this video, and you click here and you ask, given that the Gemini platform has been integrated, the Gemini AI has been integrated into YouTube. YouTube can even summarize this video. When I click here and I say summarize the video, YouTube is going to summarize this video effectively well. So you can be able to summarize it. So let's summarize the video. So it is trying to summarize the video. Now, when we look at the summary, we don't really even have to watch the full video. We have the summary. This video is talking about market dominance, trends, and all of that. So when you get to understand this, this is what I've been talking about. YouTube fully understands each and every aspect of your video. So when you're putting out videos, you need to understand that these aspects are going to affect you. If you don't really put out value, it's going to be very challenging for you, in a sense that you won't be able to give out value. And if you don't give out value, it is going to lower your trust score. And if your trust score is low, you're not really going to be able to get the sufficient views that you would love. So I would advise you to really capitalize on these things. So this is a recap of the things that I feel you should do. Use an older account, not a brand new account, an account that has been that you've been using frequently, with various activities, commenting, liking, subscribing, where YouTube is fully going to understand that you're a real human, not a robot. Then create a channel trailer. Explain what your videos are all about. Try to be expressive in what you're giving out as value. So when people fully understand what you're giving out as value, they're going to even subscribe and watch more of your videos. Don't be too broad. Niche out, pick a specific niche. And when YouTube understands that niche, it is going to fully push out your videos in a much more better way. Focus on viewer satisfaction. You shouldn't really focus on clicks, because when you focus on viewer satisfaction, it's going to put you ahead of other people. When you do videos, videos are going to be pushed so that you can effectively satisfy the audience that you've picked out. And when the audience is satisfied, YouTube is even going to push out your videos to a more larger and broader audience. Be consistent, post regularly, and also act like a human. Watch, comment, subscribe, and deliver real values. Make videos that keep people happy and glad that they watched those videos. Those are the aspects that you can really do to understand the new YouTube algorithm that has changed. And this is what you can fully do about it. If you love our videos, I'm going to call upon you to please subscribe to the videos to even get more of this content that explains how you can be able to push out mostly faceless YouTube videos, and how you can effectively understand how the algorithm works and how you can take advantage of that and even do better with the new YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.